So you're in law school in India. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? The pressure that hits you from day one. Trying to build your CV feels like this chaotic race where nobody tells you the rules. Well, consider this your official cheat sheet. We're about to break down everything you need to know to absolutely master the legal internship maze.
You've barely settled in. You're just learning the ropes and bam, suddenly everyone is talking about internships. It's this weird mix of excitement and, let's be real, a whole lot of panic. The pressure to land a spot at some big-name firm or with a senior advocate can feel just overwhelming. But what if I told you that this whole internship rat race is a game you can not only survive, but actually win?
All right, let's get into it. Here's our game plan broken down into 5 key missions. We're going to start with what you should really be doing in your first year. Then we'll look at the official rules. After that, we'll level up with some actual strategy, talk about how to hunch for the best opportunities, and then the final boss, turning that internship into a real job offer. Okay, first things first. If you're a first-year law student, I want you to just take a deep breath. Seriously. Your mission right now is completely different from what you probably think. It's not about loading up your CV with fancy names, not yet. It's about exploration. It's about gathering intelligence. Let's talk about the real goals for your first internships. It's actually way simpler than you think. Number 1, get the mandatory certificate your college needs. Check that box. Number 2, and I mean this, have some fun. Use it as a chance to travel, meet people, but maybe the most important goal, figure out what you don't want to do. And while you're there, just be a sponge. Watch how lawyers solve problems. What little habits do the really successful people have? This is the kind of stuff you can't learn from any textbook. And that's really the heart of it. Your first internship isn't a job, it's an initiation. You are there to absorb the culture, to understand the real-world dynamics, and to see the profession up close, totally unfiltered. This is where you learn all those unwritten rules and get a true feel for the world you're about to step into. Okay, so we've talked about the unwritten rules. Now let's get into the official ones. Every law student in India has to play by the guidelines set out by the Bar Council of India. But, like with so many things, there's a huge difference between what the rules say on paper and the reality of it all on the ground. So what's the big official rule? Well, it all comes down to one number, 20. 20 weeks. For a 5-year law degree, that's the absolute minimum internship time you have to complete. If you're in a 3-year program, it's 12 weeks. And look, this isn't a suggestion, it's a hard requirement for graduation. It's the first major hurdle every single student has to clear. But here's the reality check. The system for actually finding and completing those 20 weeks, well, it's pretty much unregulated. It's a free-for-all. And as the Eiley Law Review points out, this creates this constant crushing pressure. For students who don't have family connections or from smaller towns, trying to land a good internship can be incredibly stressful, sometimes even humiliating. The system pretty much leaves you to fend for yourself. So, given that stressful reality, how do you navigate it? How do you win? Well, over the years, a sort of unwritten formula has popped up. It's a strategic path that a lot of successful law students follow to build a CV that really tells a story by the time they graduate. And this is the classic formula. In your first year, you start broad. Go for an NGO or a research organization to build some basic skills. Then, in years 2 and 3, you get into the trenches. Go to the trial or lower courts to see how litigation works from the ground up. By 4th year, you're ready to start getting specific and target a high court, a law firm, or a company. See the pattern? You're not just collecting random certificates. You're building a narrative that shows clear growth. And it all leads up to year 5, where you focus all your energy on that PPO internship, the one you want to turn into a job. All right, now for the million-dollar question. How do you actually land these internships? When you're competing against hundreds of other students for the same few spots, you absolutely need a game plan to stand out. You have to follow these 4 golden rules. First, keep it short and to the point. Recruiters are drowning in emails, so don't write a novel. Second, proofread. I'm serious, a single typo can get your application tossed in the bin. Third, and this one is critical, apply early. I'm talking 2 to 3 months in advance. Doing this can literally double your chances. And finally, number 4, follow up. One polite reminder email shows you're proactive and you actually want it. Now this right here, this is a game changer. So listen close. Many of the best legal internships aren't posted anywhere. They don't even exist until the right person, that's you, shows up and asks for one. So stop waiting for opportunities to be advertised.
Go out and create your own. Find people in firms doing work that you admire and just reach out.
Okay, let's talk about the final level, securing the pre-placement offer, the PPO. Your final year internship is not just about learning anymore. It's your audition. This is your one big chance to prove that you belong there full-time.
And this is where you have to understand that the game has completely changed. Your good grades and your high CGPA, sure, that's what gets your foot in the door. But once you're in, what actually gets you the job offer is totally different. It's your work ethic. It's your interpersonal skills. How well do you communicate? Do you have a proactive, helpful attitude? They already know you're smart. Now they're trying to figure out if you're a great person to have on the team.
So, when you walk in that door for your final internship, you have one mission and one mission only: become indispensable. You have to prove that you are a vital asset, not just a temporary intern passing through. Your goal should be to make them think, wow, how did we ever manage without this person?
So at the end of the day, this whole internship journey, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's all about playing the long game, making strategic moves, and never stopping the learning process. It isn't just about getting to the finish line, it's about everything you learn and who you become along the way. So the